Good morning, y'all. Just wanted to come give you a update on where we are as a foundation and where our goals are and what we have accomplished over the last month. We will close our month this month today, and from September and October, taking baby steps, we really didn't get much accomplished. And so on the 29th of October, I walked off my job and put forth all the effort I could put forth to this foundation. And we actually took some giant steps over those first few weeks and now right into the month. And I just wanted to update you guys, let you know that what we have accomplished, what we have set forth, and what I need from you. And so, in the first couple of weeks of November, I did form what's known as Hayes Foundation. We operate under Fentanyl Awareness of Alabama. We are achieving our 501c3 status as I speak with the IRS, and we have created 2 web pages that are in need of just a little bit of a rehabilitation, but hey, I didn't know what I was doing and I got them done. And so now we can go back and revise and make them what we really need them to be and say. The initial was just getting them uploaded, getting them there, and able to go in and make revisions as necessary. And so that's kind of where we're at right now on that portion. We are looking forward to having an event on December the 10th at Avondale Park. We're going to ride the coattails of Miss Fancy's inauguration. And it's just going to be small. We're not going to have a tent. We're not going to have much. We're just going to meander in the crowd before and after ceremony and pass out, red bracelets like this one that say "One toke, no joke, one pill can kill." It's got our insignia on the inside of the band. We're going to have a small amount of t-shirts that we're going to hand out, and we're still in need of donations to make that part of this goal a reality. I am making some t-shirts that are pressed, but we need a number of shirts, and so I'm going to outsource that to a local place right here in Homewood, and we're needing $300 to make that happen. They're just going to be simple shirts, one-sided, whatever. We're just going to get our name out there, let them know that we exist. On the other end of it, the project for the billboards, we have received some donations. We're still miles short of our goal, but we are new, and we're taking what was baby steps. We're now taking giant steps. I have sent out requests to local Alabama-based companies, the ones that give back into their community, places like Jack's, Books A Million, Metro, Royal Cup Coffee, just companies like that. And I'm awaiting replies from some of them. They're usually 4 to 6 weeks out on replies anyway, because they're always getting requests for stuff. And so for me, this is all new to me. I don't even know what steps I'm taking, but I'm taking them. And so because I'm being intentional, and I'm hopeful, and I just know that everything that I've done in the last few weeks was a test to see if I was headed in the right direction, if I could actually build this platform. And so far, I mean, every time I've taken a step against a barrier, the door opened. And for any of you that walk with God, understand that all you got to do is take the step, and God will open it. If it's not intended for you, you'll hit a brick wall. And so over these last 4 weeks, there's been a few brick walls, but we've stepped over the hurdle. And so I'm just actually thankful and humble that that I'm able to actually not even have a fear too much anymore of just getting in front of this camera and speaking to y'all. I mean, it's even growth in me, y'all. And so I just wanted to touch base where we are. Up to this point, I've given out 5 bracelets, a couple of t-shirts, 45 business cards. I've requested 8 donations from companies just like I spoke about a minute ago. I have received 7 donations, and a couple of those have been fair amounts. And so, but we are still short of that project that we want to launch in the first part of January, because we think it's important to put this message out there for our high schoolers and our middle schoolers. I mean, you guys know just as well as I do what took place in Selma, where we had a couple of students eat what was supposedly a CBD gummy bought right at a convenience store, and it contained enough fentanyl to kill them. And so that is not the only items that are coming up with fentanyl in them. The vapes are also doing it too, but you just haven't heard about it yet. I've done a lot of research. I can't find too much on it either. I've seen it in 2 places in this country, and so it's not an alarm yet. But just note that alarm is happening. And so, and the testing that was done was on middle schoolers and high schoolers. They even did it right here in Birmingham. They blamed it on the marijuana. But knowing where I got the information from, they shut their whole community down, and they determined that it was coming from the vapes. So at any rate, I look forward to bringing a message out in a public service announcement on billboards that not only shows the faces of fentanyl that have passed away, but if we do the proper sign, we can change the message every day, and we'll have this for a month. And so I think it's very important that we get a message out there that, it's the message from the Department of Drug or the DEA is 1 pill can kill. But we know now that it's more than just a pill. It's a gummy. It's a joint. It's, a pill, a line of Coke. So it's now one and done. So if you even make the choice as a recreational, experimental use to be cool in the group of friends in high school from peer pressure, then it could be your last breath. And so we feel it important to bring this to the forefront. We are not seeing any public service announcements on TV. We're not seeing them on billboards. If you're not diving into the web and looking for rehabilitation or some form of recovery, you're not finding anything out there on the awareness portion of, what this can do to you in one use. And so most families don't even know that their teenager is even thinking about experimenting. So we have to be the voice. And so that's what we really are trying to do at the beginning. I set it up so that the Hayes Foundation could carry on the recovery, could carry on different avenues, and that the fentanyl awareness would bring public service announcements, events, and speakers to go into the depths of a classroom or a city council meeting or even to a police department or a community, wherever they're needed to speak on the awareness of opioids and opioid use. And so that's where we're at. If any of you would like to partner with us, look, I'm just going to ask for it. Today's the day. Everybody's eating leftovers. So I know you don't have to spend your $10 for lunch money. If I had the 200 members in this group give me $10, we would meet our first goal. We would be able to achieve it in January, and we would make a voice that's not for us, it's for somebody else. So in saying that, if you know any companies, or if your company would like to partner with us, we would love to have that happen, just so that we can get our name out there. As soon as we get a bigger footing, some of these larger companies will see us as a legitimate foundation doing legitimate things for the community. And right now we're just new. And so I really need to get this name out there and to get what we're all about so that people can start asking questions and we can start answering them. Also, the money that we're closing our month at the end of today, the monies we have received, we will tithe to a local church. I'm sure the first one will go to the Church of the Highlands because that's where me and Ginger both go. But we also know that they don't need to get it all. They're an abundant church. There's many smaller churches out here that have their own passions and desires that God's put on their heart to be a voice for their community. And so we will pour back into the local church our, tithe and offering, our 10%, and it will be from the gross side, not from the net side, and it will go back into the local community so that we can fulfill the scripture that says, bring your first fruits to the storehouse. And so we will be participating in that because it's not by anything that I've done that I'm standing here walking forward in this platform, this territory, and this goal, this achievement that's going to be for so much more than just me or you. It's going to be for the people that are behind us to know that, hey, we can't go there anymore. So, unfortunately for right now, I have to look at the ground level and ask, for you guys to come aboard. I know I asked for the Hayes Hope Fund, and that was achieved. And look, that melted my heart to be able to do that. But this is bigger. This is so much bigger. And so I really, really, really hope that you guys will just walk with us. If you can support us, great. I know the time of the year it is. And look, I get it. I mean, I went to the grocery store too. It's unbelievable. It's 48% higher than it was last week. And so it's just ridiculous that we have to live in a society that's trying to suppress us of who we are and what we are. But I know that God will provide for each one of us if we look to Him. And so I thank you for just listening to this message again. I thank you for your support. I just wanted to let you know that we are operating as a proper business, because that's what a nonprofit is. It is a business. We're going to give it all away. And so we will, fund what our expenses are, but we're going to give it all away, like every last cent of it. And so we just thank you for the ones that have already partnered, the ones that are going to. Just do what God puts on your heart. That's all I ask. It's no different than when you go to church. And if you don't go to church, if God puts something on your heart or you just feel the need, step up and do it. You're going to get blessed. You're going to get blessed. And so I just want to say God bless you. Thank you. Y'all have a great weekend, and look forward to speaking to you again.